In my last video, I was supposed to fix some of the game-breaking bugs that you guys found, but instead I distracted myself and built this huge map to bring the game to life. If we go and look at my stats on Blox Admin, you can see that there are quite a few errors occurring. And now that I've completed everything else, I don't have any excuses to avoid the bugs, except for this one. Bugs are just a feature. I'm sorry guys, I lied to you all. The bugs were intentional features in the game to make it more exciting for you to play. I'm kidding. The game's a mess. Before I got to work on the major issues with our game, there were a few other issues I had to fix first. If you've seen my previous videos, then you know that I crashed a lot. So I bought a bunch of PC parts. It was a small purchase, you know, nothing too crazy. I unboxed all of the parts and spent an entire day figuring out how to set up this PC. And after a few hours, it turned on.
Alright, this is test number 1.
It still didn't do anything else though. So I went onto YouTube to find my tech solution from my best friends.
You would be able to see the networks.
But we still have this annoying activate Windows text on the bottom of the screen, which you're just gonna have to see for the rest of the video now. I went ahead and gave my old PC to my little brother and added the new PC to my setup. Another issue I've noticed is that a lot of you need help with making games, but I don't exactly post tutorials here on this channel, so I've created a website where you can get free assets or you can purchase more advanced things such as this button simulator template that functions the same way as the one I'm working on in this video. For more information, just search shopthehappy.com or click the link in the description. I'll add more assets in the future, but for now let's work on the button simulator. Alright, so in this next update, I'm going to be adding runes to the game. Runes will be purchased with gems, and you have a chance of getting a bunch of different currencies, with the best one giving 1.5 times all stats. It's basically like hatching eggs in every other simulator, but instead you're standing on a button and getting currency super fast. Now there's not much space to add the runes on the current map, so we're going to be creating a new gem area, because that's what will be spent on the runes. I was planning on adding the gem area right here where the gems leaderboard is, but I think it would be cool if we had it as a floating island and there was a portal right here that took them up to it. I started off by making some steps that would lead up to the portal, and then I created a super simple frame in Blender for the portal. After bringing it into Roblox Studio, I spent a few minutes adding a decal and figuring out how to make it spin, and it turned out like shit. Nobody will willingly walk through a portal with a spiral like this. After about 15 minutes, I found a better decal for the swirl, and I fixed the script so it's always rotating in the same direction. I also moved all of the main leaderboards over here because I thought it looked cooler and brought more attention to this area. With the portal finished, I started working on the island and came up with this simple but beautiful model. Next, I added in paths for the basic layout of the map. My idea was to have 2 different runes and then a portal taking the player back to the main map. I tried adding some gems from the toolbox to fill up the open space, but it just didn't look right. So I went into one of my older projects and stole a crystal model. I messed around with the model for a bit and tried using it as the bottom of the island, and oh, I got something in my eye. This island makes the rest of the map look rushed. It wasn't rushed, guys. To fill up more open space, I took the same tree model from the main map and colored it blue to match the rest of the island. Now that the island's complete, it's time to start building our first rune. My idea is that the player will be able to see all of the possible items along with their chances, and then the player will be able to just stand on this button and farm the items. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm copying all of the other popular button simulators. I started off by creating some text above the rune that shows the price along with the chances of each item. And then I did some scripting, and apparently you guys actually want to see the scripting, so let me walk you through how I scripted the rune. I started off by creating a function that will be called whenever the rune is touched. This function detects which rune was touched and which player touched the rune. The script then checks to see if the nature rune was touched, and if it was, then the script will generate a random number between 1 and 5,000. Then to actually call the function, I pasted the script that detected whenever the regular buttons were touched. So now whenever we stand on the rune, a random number between 1 and 5,000 is printed in the output. Next, I gave each currency a set of numbers, so if the player gets that number, they get that correlating currency. Now when we test, the chosen currency is printed in the output instead of the number. But right now the player isn't going to be able to actually see which item they got, so we need to add in a notification system. I have no clue how a notification system works, so I just followed a tutorial by Polaris Prague for some help. Shout out to that guy for teaching my P-brain how to do this. After about an hour, I finally figured everything out, and we now have this cool notification system that shows which items you're getting. But the player still can't see how many of each item they have, and what perks the items even give. So I created this list and did a lot of scripting, and now when you click on the runes button, a list list of all the runes appears, showing how many you have of each item and what each perk is. To finish up the first rune, I added some of the crystal models around it to make it look cooler. That's it for the first rune. When I finished it, I felt like it was really easy, and then I realized that 3 hours had gone by since I started. In case you were wondering, I crammed this entire update in one day. I spent an entire day working on a Roblox game. What am I doing with my life? Oh, never mind. So for the second rune, I just changed the name and made all of the items way more OP, but also way more rare so that the players will always have something to work towards. If you're wondering how I came up with these names, I just googled the 10 rarest ores in the world. To make this rune look cooler than the other, I just made the text sort of go in a gradient, and then I added some particles that have no actual meaning. They just look cool, okay? Now that all of the runes were complete, I went ahead and added the boost of the items into the multiplier script. Wait, you're not supposed to see the actual code. Ignore how messy that was. Actually, let's go ahead and clean it up. That's better, but looks really confusing to anyone other than me. After cleaning that script, I did some more scripting to add a notification in chat when a player gets a rare item. Let's go ahead and test everything we've added in this update. Oh, hang on, I forgot to make the portals actually work. Alright, now it fades to black and teleports us whenever we touch the portal. Before releasing the game to everyone, I took a minute to admire how good this island actually looks from below. It's pretty cool to think that I was able to make everything in this game by myself. It's been a great learning experience for me, but I think the game is about finished, to be honest. There's not much more I can do other than adding more currencies and runes, which is going to get very repetitive. So I've started working on a game with someone else who actually knows how to script, and I'll give you guys more information about it in the future videos because I'm really excited about it. Alright, so the button simulator is kind of dead since I haven't updated or uploaded a video in the past month, so I think it's time to revive the game with this update. If you're watching this video right now, go ahead and join the game so that we can try to hit 100 concurrent players for the first time. After updating the game, I already noticed a significant increase in players. I went over to Blox Admin to check out some deeper statistics about how the game was performing, and let's just say the features are definitely still there. Sorry guys, I don't know how to script. If you guys are wondering what Blox Admin is, it's an advanced tool created for Roblox developers who want a deeper look into a bunch of statistics that the regular Roblox analytics does not offer. Blox Admin offers real-time server metrics including memory, networking, and instant counts. There's also a section where you can view all players who are currently online along with real-time chat logs for each server. But Blox Admin is really useful to me because it offers live error tracking so that you can discover bugs within your game and you can see which ones occur the most often. Mine are features though, so I'm not going to bother fixing them. Another feature that's useful in larger games is a moderation log where you can see who has been kicked or banned along with the reasoning behind it. I haven't had to worry about that much because you just stand on a button in my game. Go to bloxadmin.com through my description and use code DHAPPY for a free 14 days. Special thanks to Blox Admin for sponsoring this video. I wouldn't accept a sponsorship if I didn't truly believe that it was making a positive impact on you guys, so you should really check it out. Alright, that's enough promo. Let's talk about how my game made $600 in Robux. My income came in 3 different ways. First is game passes. All of my game passes perform pretty similarly, with multiple of them earning over 10,000 Robux. Another way my game is making money is through developer products. A developer product is like a game pass, except the player can buy it an infinite amount of times. I haven't earned much from dev products, except for one day where I earned 10,000 Robux out of nowhere. The final way I'm making Robux is through premium payouts. This is my best friend because I get paid as premium players spend more time in my game, and I don't even have to do anything. And my game takes a long time to beat, so I get plenty of playtime. In the past month, I have generated over 7,000 Robux in revenue off of premium payouts alone. So yeah, that's how my game has made $600 worth of Robux in the past month. If I were to DevX the Robux, I would obviously get less than $600 because of the conversion rate, but that's how much it would actually cost to buy the Robux at least. Let me know if you'd like to see more of this game, or if I should start focusing on new games. Also, don't forget to check out shopdhappy.com. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then I think you'd like to see how I recreated this popular Roblox game in 1 week.